if you don't have multi-millions or billions, and if you didn't go to an Ivy League college, he thinks you're a peasant. You should be a corporate slave. You should be underneath him. If he's being honest, he would say, I'm not even sure these people should have the right to vote. You probably have to own a certain amount of property or have a certain net worth in order you should be able to vote. He's letting it all hang out, bro. He's letting it all hang out. And the reality is, this more closely represents what MAGA actually is versus the facade they put out there about, working class party and anti-establishment and stuff like that. Really? If they're a working class party, why was his number one accomplishment in his first term a massive tax cut for the top 1% in corporations? 83% of the benefits of his tax cut bill in the first term went to the top 1%. 83%. His new bill is even worse. When you take into account all of his economic policies this time around, it is a net tax increase on the bottom 95% of Americans, and it only cuts it for the top 5% of Americans. This is what you need to understand. They want to destroy Medicare, destroy Medicaid, destroy Social Security, raise taxes on working people, so you have no social safety net whatsoever, and your taxes also go up. And the whole point is to let the robber barons loot the treasury. Give Peter Thiel more money. Did you know Peter Thiel, this guy who you just listened to, he wants to make a libertarian paradise out of Greenland. And Trump picked as his ambassador to Greenland an acolyte of Peter Thiel. And at the time when he picked him, somebody tweeted, "It's all going to plan." Why? He wants to steal Greenland for Peter Thiel. He wants the mineral wealth to go to Elon Musk, and he wants the island itself to be Peter Thiel's libertarian experiment. We literally have billionaires who are warmongering to steal entire territories for themselves, for their own ideological project, their own hyper-capitalist project. Profit, money, power, control. This is what they're doing. This is who they are. And this is what they think of you. I'll flip this right back on its head. I love the fact that you say, the Democratic Party is getting more like normal people who didn't go to Ivy League colleges. I say, fuck yes. I want way more working people with power. Why? Because they understand what it's like to not be able to pay the bills. They understand what it's like to go bankrupt because they can't afford their medical bills. They understand what it's like to have $120,000 in student loan debt and understand how exploitative and horrendous this system is that we've set up. I want somebody who's experienced it, who knows, who can relate. So that, for example, what did the other MAGA billionaire say? Lutnick. He was like, look, if my mom, 94 years old, missed her Social Security check, she wouldn't complain. Because the people who call and complain, they're most likely to be the con artists and the fraudsters. Excuse you? Only in smug, out-of-touch, arrogant elitist could ever say something like that. Ever. Because the reality is the people who will call and complain are the ones who need the money to pay the fucking light bill and put food on the table and not be homeless at age 82. They're so out of touch. They're so out of touch. They're going to destroy this country, bro. This is a robber baron coup. This is a fascist takeover and a robber baron coup. And this guy is one of the ideological thought leaders. He donated a tremendous amount of money to Donald Trump. Trump's going to try to get him Greenland. Guys like this control the economic policy, and they hate you. They despise you. They want you to think the problem in this country is immigrants and trans people. They're not the problem. They're our brothers and sisters. They're in the same boat as us. We're all in the same boat because we're not the top 1%. Here's the top 1% telling you what he thinks of you. In fact, he's top 0.001%. That's who he is. He's the problem. He's the problem. The corruption, the bribery, the money in politics, the oligarchs, the billionaires, the robber barons. They want all the money, all the power, all the control, and they want you to know your fucking role in society. Shut the fuck up, be a service sector worker, don't make enough money to survive, but don't complain too much. Maybe I'll let you live if you serve me and wipe my ass when I become 84 years old and I can't move and I'm bedridden, right? You're the help. You're the help. Please, you don't even go to Harvard. The credentials are so poor, my dear. Oh my God. I can't say the thing I'm thinking right now because it might get me banned from YouTube, but I'll let you try to read my mind. Hey y'all, do me a favor and like and subscribe. It helps out big time in the algorithm. Click the bell as well for notifications when videos drop, and watch that video on screen right now. You know you want to.